Hi. A week ago today, last Wednesday, I had to let my Nysa go. We've been battling cancer for the last 8 months. And when you wake up and you see your dog in a certain way, unable to hold food down and no energy, barely able to get up, you know it's time. Fortunate for her and me, it only happened in the last 24, 36 hours that she was that way. I made an appointment, I took her in, and the vet was wonderful. My brother was there, which was very helpful. The set and setting is very important. She knew everyone there, they loved her, she's a rock star, she was comfortable, she wasn't nervous. She actually fell asleep before they even hooked her up. She was snoring away. She was just so tired. She was ready. After I let her go, my brother came back home with me and shared some kind words, gave me a big hug. When Wolfie left, I lost it. I was in denial up until then. I had stayed strong for her. But once he left, and you're in that home and they're no longer there, and everything around you reminds you of them. I'm by myself. She's all I have when it comes to a pet, and she's my everything. And that bond becomes very close when you move through an illness with them. So with that cancer, every day, I would say, Nysa, today's a good day. You know, if we went out, we had fun, the chemo didn't bother her, she's swimming, she's fetching ball, we get home, she takes a nap, we have our dinner, and we go to bed. I always would tell her, Nysa, today was a good day. But that day, not so much. And once it hit me, I ended up on the floor, racking sobs, unable to breathe. And when you do that for hours on end, you get to a point where you're exhausted. And I was so desperate for some of that pain to at least subside a little bit. So I was praying to Jesus, my guardian angels, my parents, my Aunt Kiki, please do anything, help me through this. This is just too much. And I don't mean in a sense of I was going to harm myself. Please don't ever think that way. But if I'm going to go on and honor her life, I need help. I can't do this alone. So that was my fervent prayer. After getting my breath back, got back up, and for some reason I felt like pantomiming to her the little routine we would have where I would give her medication in the morning and at night. And the way we did that, she would sit down at the edge of the couch with her butt up against it. I would sit in a chair facing her. I would cup her beautiful face in my hands. I'd blow in her nose a little bit. We'd have this little fight where, you know what it's like? Little fight where I'm opening her mouth. I put the pill in the back of her throat. Down it went. Gave her bacon, gave her another kiss, and she'd look at me like, more bacon. It was a wonderful way to do something that was not that pleasant. So I was doing that. I was pantomiming that. I was acting as if she were right there in front of me. And as I'm doing it, I've got my hand in her face and pretending I'm giving her food. All of a sudden, peace came over me. I felt calm. I wasn't sobbing. I was just in a good space, and the grief had lifted like a black cloud, just drifting off in the distance. And I looked where she would sit. I said, Nysa, is that you? Are you here? I sat back, didn't try and figure it out, didn't let this kick in. I let this kick in. And I sat there in silence, I don't know for how long, from the respite of the grief that I was going through. About an hour later, I was on the couch, and I wanted more Nysa. This is the day I've lost her. So you can mirror your phone pictures onto your TV screen. Well, I did that. I did that in a big way. I had her up or laughing. I could hear her on my speakers laughing and panting when she's running. I can see her face. I was zooming in. Yeah, I was soaking in all those pictures. And I realized while I was watching all this, there were thousands of days that were good days with her. We lived a wonderful life. Even before her cancer, my life revolved around her. I'm blessed, I'm thankful that I was able to do that. So I felt really good. And I finally turned the TV off. I was exhausted, just exhausted. And I laid my head down on the couch and I fell asleep. Because I was in a peaceful place. I finally got some relief. Back up a little bit, you need to know what Nysa used to do so this all connects. When Nysa needed to go out at night, she would come to the bed. If she was on the bed, she would jump off, she would sit, she would look at me right at my face, and she would go, yipe, yipe, or bark, bark. It was a very sharp, distinctive, resonant frequency, the same every time. And I knew it, so she trained me, and it was down to mechanical memory, because when she barked like that, I bolted out of bed, looking for shoes, looking for whatever to take her out, because I know, oh, okay, got it, Nysa, you gotta go. So I knew what that was. I'm sleeping. 6:15 in the morning. Maybe you know where this is going. I'm looking out on the river in front of me, and you can see the beautiful waterfall behind. This is where we used to play and romp. I digress. You know, I'm already going back. There comes a trigger, because I miss her. 6:15 in the morning, and I hear in my head, as clear as I can hear those falls behind me and my own voice, I heard it in my head, not dreaming, deep sleep. I hear bark, bark. So my initial response, again, mechanical memory, I leap up off the couch. I go, where's my shoes? I gotta take. Oh, that was Nysa. They answered my prayers. They so love us and care about us that they will come through and they will answer those prayers. So please tuck that in your head right now, okay? So they do answer our prayers. So now I'm walking around, I'm making coffee, I'm in a great mood, because I know that was her. We have our belief structure. We may watch videos and about near-death experiences, we may do some shamanic work, we may do frequency work, and we think that we know, but really we believe what we'd like to know. And when you have an experience like this, this has changed me for the rest of my life. I have gone from a belief structure to a knowing. I now know what exists through the veil. When she barked, a couple of things happened. It was about 90% of her bark came through, as if she was pushing her voice through a wall that didn't quite let all of it through. And I could hear her and the urgency and the passion and trying to get that message across to my dense head. And it worked. I'm making coffee, I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm talking to her as if she's in the room. And as the day goes on, I keep replaying that in my head. So I would go from grief, but I didn't dip down into that dark, dark, empty, horrific pool that just rips your heart in half, because I had in my head, and I knew from the depths of my sorrow, I knew the prayer that I had going on for hours, and I knew the sound of her voice, that she's alive. She came through. And here's what I was hearing in that message. I'm okay. Get your sorry ass up. Move, live, go out, get up, move, live your life. I love you, I'm fine. All of that came through to me. Never before in my life, other than the loss of my parents, have I felt that much grief. And now that I know she walks with me, she's here with me, more is coming through. It's almost as if an NDE occurred, because the ability for me to hear spirit speaking to me has been greatly magnified. I walk more peacefully. It's a better way to feel this grief. I still get triggered. Don't think that all of a sudden, oh, I'm fighting and dandy. But I know what I know. I can hear the bark again, and she's not suffering. And they do have a journey with us. She had great purpose in my life. And I know what she was opening up for me by her expiring her body and crossing over to the other side. She had her contract with me. She came in, she lived her life with me. She taught me all the valuable lessons, but I'm not letting her go. So I do plan on doing more videos. I want folks to know how I've been traversing this. If it works for you, great. If it resonates with you, great. If it doesn't, peace out. That's cool too. So that's all. I'm hoping that people will hear this. And please know, your loved ones, pet, bird, cat, dog, horse, it doesn't matter. Your animal that you were connected to through love, they're still with you. They're not some far off place. The second, the millisecond you think of them, before the words can even come out of your mouth, they already received the message. They're with you all day. They love you. All we need to do is get this clutter out of our head, come to beautiful places like this, be in nature, remember them in the beautiful state they are, and they'll come through. God bless you all.